change course? What does she need to do to keep her job?
Well, it's not about, I don't see it about that, although I want her to stay in office and I want her to make a success of Brexit and have a successful premiership. But in relation to the terms that are being proposed, I think we need to go back to Brussels and make a best final offer. And I think there's only about two things that would need to change, and they're the ones that I've highlighted around the backstop and around the treatment of Northern Ireland. But other than that, I think we can do a deal with our EU partners. At the same time, we must be willing to show the resolve to walk away. That would cause short-term disruption, but we can manage it, not all of it, but it would cause some short-term disruption. We need to be honest with the British people about that, but also to be clear that the worst of all worlds would be to accept a deal that would do permanent, very serious damage to the long-term health of our economy, and which would also be, I fear, devastating for public trust in our democracy.
Just when you were in Cabinet, you presumably made these remarks around the table. Theresa May came out and said she had collective support for this deal. Had you told her something very different at the table, that you couldn't support it and you would leave her Cabinet?
I made it clear that I couldn't support and that I thought this proposal was indefensible, but I didn't get into resignation issues because that's actually not the professional thing to do. I made it very clear immediately after the Cabinet meeting to the Chief Whip, which is the correct professional thing to do, that I wouldn't be able to support this and I would, as a result of collective responsibility, need to step down. So I have tried to behave as professional as I can in the circumstances. I support this Prime Minister, but we need to change course on Brexit.
And Mr. Robb, just one of your colleagues, David Mundell, I'm sure you might have